Pepe coin holders, I've got a video for you guys. I want to give you a quick update on Pepe coin, where I think we could be headed here. We're going to take a look at the price, and I'm going to give you my opinion, because I think that right now there's a lot of people that are worried about where altcoins are going to be headed, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that. So welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Black-C. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we are looking at Pepe on the daily time frame, and we are trading on a extremely crucial price level. And I say that it's a very important support level at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? I can never count these. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 0, 6, 4, 3, 8, 1. I think that's an extremely important support level here. And we did touch it. We touched this, and this is a level that is basically been treated as significant support for basically until we made this move to the upside back in February of 2024. So over a year ago, this move started, and we are playing with this support level. And in my opinion, guys, I expect some relief. I expect a little bit of a bounce here. But guys, you know, where this market is headed right now with Bitcoin and the traditional market, really the traditional market and the macroeconomics of the world are very tight. We've got mainly retail investors that have been fleeced and rug pulled, and all that liquidity has gotten ripped out of the market over the past couple months after rug pull after rug pull after hack. It's been quite a wild ride, and I think that you couple that with basically retail investors they don't have money right now. We are not in the same scenario that we were back in 2020 and 2021. During that cycle, there was a lot of money floating around. There was stimulus checks. There were PPE loans. There was quantitative easing, where the Federal Reserve was buying and injecting liquidity into the stock market. We are seeing the opposite of that. We are seeing quantitative tightening right now. And I do think that right now we probably do see a little bit of relief here. And if we don't get clarity on what's going on with these tariffs, if we don't have the market, we need time. We need time for the traditional market to digest this tariff talk and this new global trade war. That's going to be a new buzzword you're going to be hearing left and right, is the new global trade war. Uncertainty because the global trade war, because I think that's kind of where we're headed here. But all we need is to have the market digest that a little bit. And after it does digest that, and as long as the S&P 500, the traditional market, doesn't roll over, then I think we have a chance at bouncing here. But in my opinion, I think it will take a little bit of time to digest. So I would not be surprised to see us grind out on this level here, 5064381. And unfortunately, I do think there's a higher likelihood that we break down below this level and find ourselves maybe coming down and testing this level right about here, where we originally tested this first bullish trend at 5039590. So guys, if we do start to make our way down here, I will be probably positioning myself to open some short positions. I've been shorting since we broke down below here. I said, hey, if we break down below this yellow bullish trend line, then I'm going to be short to hedge against my spot positions. And it's been paying off basically exactly as I predicted, guys. And if you guys do want to short these altcoins, because I do think in the short term, probably is the most profitable strategy right now is to be scalping any bounce that gets, say when you see a bounce here, if we bounce and test this bullish trend line and start to reject off, that is a fantastic shorting opportunity. If you want to take advantage of that, check out in the description box below or the pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin, as well as there's a new promotion going on right now. The more trading volume you do, you can win some awesome prizes. You can even win a nice Rolex, which is pretty cool. I think it's worth like $9,400. There's all these prizes along the way as well. And guys, I think right now that's probably the best move to be hedging against. If you're holding altcoins, it's probably a good idea to hedge a percentage to the downside, just in case this trade war, this global trade war, takes longer for the market to digest, and it takes a longer time than we expect Jerome Powell to pivot, the Federal Reserve to pivot towards quantitative easing. Probably not a bad idea to hedge. It's not financial advice, but I always like to hedge when I'm in an uncertain, volatile market, and that's definitely where we're at right now. But if you look at Pepe, we're sitting at rank 34, down about 15.84% in the past 7 days, getting a tiny, tiny bounce in the past 24 hours, sitting at below a $3 billion market cap at $2.95 billion. Guys, I mean, this is what the kind of market we're in right now. There's uncertainty in the traditional market, so where is the first where's the money going to first flow out of? What is the most riskiest asset? Guys, risk on assets. What's riskier than meme coins? Not even altcoins, but crypto meme coins. And people are going to sell their risk on assets as a flight to safety. First, it's going to be meme coins, then it's going to be utility plays like Ethereum, and then it's going to be Bitcoin. And if they're still trying to find a flight to safety, they're going to sell their Bitcoin, they're going to sell their equities, they're going to sell their Apple stock, Microsoft, their triple Qs, and they're going to file into the S&P 500. And if it gets even worse than that, they're probably going to even sell off of the S&P 500 into cash or bonds. So there is a waterfall effect you need to be paying attention to. But guys, right now what I'm doing personally, I'm hedging on these risk-on assets. I am shorting meme coins, and I am taking those profits, and I am buying equities, my friends. And I am also accumulating Bitcoin. If you follow me on Twitter at 333BlackC, I say, do not get distracted by all the flashy altcoins. Bitcoin is the key. And guys, when we are in a heated market, when it's very favorable for risk-on assets, I am trading altcoins to build my Bitcoin position. I am a Bitcoin investor and an altcoin trader. I will trade altcoins to invest into Bitcoin. That is my trading thesis. That is my strategy. That's what I like to do. And it has paid off very well. But when you look at the overall market right now, Bitcoin's trading at like 87,000. We're kind of range bound. It's been ridiculously whipsawy. It's been 1 second where you're up 10%, the next day we're down 10%. This is a very in and out market. If you are going to be leverage trading, in and out, quick in, quick out with tight stop losses, guys. But you see Ethereum playing with 2,000. My indicator for Ethereum is an indicator for me. When Ethereum is above 3,000, it is more favorable for altcoins. When Ethereum is closing above 4,000, I'm saying, okay, it is green light for altcoin season. And really anything below 3,000, in my opinion, I say, okay, I should probably be longing Bitcoin dominance. And if you look at Bitcoin dominance, we are just range bound. Every video I talk about every video I talk about Bitcoin dominance, I talk about how it's range bound compared to the S&P 500. It's just trying to digest what's going on because this market is extremely difficult to predict right now because any day there can be an announcement from the U.S. government talking about tariffs, or the tariffs are going away, or we're buying $100 billion worth of Bitcoin, or we're going to be putting 1 million Bitcoins into the strategic reserve. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are exhausted because boy, oh boy, it is exhausting. And I do think that when everyone gets exhausted, it's probably going to be when there's going to be some fireworks. But as of right now, guys, I am very, very cautiously looking at Bitcoin's price because it wants to spill over. This is a local top for sure. And the question is, how long before we reach the new all-time high? Do we go into a mini bear market here? Because, guys, this is a local top. I do not expect a candle straight to the moon. I mean, unless on March 7th, this crypto summit at the White House, they come out and say, we're market buying 1 million Bitcoin. I mean, if the price doesn't move when they say that, then boy, oh boy, we're in trouble for probably until after the next halving, okay? I don't want to be a big bear, but it's just me being transparent with you guys. Because if the White House saying that they're going to be buying 1 million Bitcoins and adding to the strategic reserve does not send Bitcoin's price back at least into this channel or at least testing 110,000, then in my opinion, that means that the retail investor is very, very much in pain. And I already believe that. I think that the past couple of years, it's been basically nonstop rug pulls in basically casino-esque gambling when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. And really the only people that have been getting rich have been the insiders. But I do think that if we do see an announcement like that on March 7th, and we don't see a big move, that just means that we're probably needing to wait until the overall macroeconomics, the FOMC shifts, the Federal Reserve comes out and they say, we're going to start to implement quantitative easing and we're going to start cutting those rates. It may take time. It will take time. So we need to be paying very close attention. But in the meantime, guys, this is a local top. My invalidation is if we get a huge, huge green candle, putting us back in between like probably over $100,000, honestly, being back above here and just creating this massive bear trap potentially. But as of right now, guys, the risk is to the downside, unfortunately. And I do expect this to reject off of here and maybe make its way down all the way to 72,000. That is a very, very important area of interest. There's like $30 billion of liquidity sitting there. It would behoove the exchanges to push the price there and liquidate many, many longs. But I also want to take a look at this. This is also a little bit of a bearish thing I've been looking at here. This price action is so wild, guys. It is so wild. This huge move to the downside with a huge... This is the total cryptocurrency market cap. And we are below the 2021 cycle high, which you usually never see. Usually you'll see a breakout, and then by the time you are in testing the previous cycle high, that is the bear market bottom, okay? It has not been enough time. It has not been enough time. So this time is different, guys. This time is different. I think that the economy... of the world economy is not as fruitful. It's the people are gambling, but with money they can't afford to lose, and that's what you're seeing playing out in real time. But you really want to see this. You really want to see this come back up here. I think that there's a good chance that we come down to 2.41 trillion. I think that's possible, but we should be looking for a bounce there. We really should. I don't expect this to just be like a falling knife and break through that. That'd be insane. It would have to be a black swan event, in my opinion, and that would probably be recession talk. If we see this breakthrough to through 2.41 trillion, then I think that the traditional market will probably be rolling over as well, and we'll be talking to more of a 6-month to 12-month, maybe even a multi-year recession period for the stock market, which undoubtedly will bring Bitcoin and all the other altcoins and meme coins down with it, guys. But now, I don't want to be this mega bear, but I just want to tell you guys what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm seeing. I want to be transparent. And yeah, we could see a huge bounce. We could. Like I said, it's an extremely difficult time to be predicting the markets on shorter time frames because all it takes is a tweet, a post on X, CNBC. Somebody comes out and they say, from the crypto czar comes out and says, hey guys, the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, it's happening. We're buying 1 million Bitcoin. It'll send the market. So what I'm doing right now, I am accumulating Bitcoin. I am short on altcoins with extremely tight stop losses. And I'm buying equities. Dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. And the lower we go, the more I buy. And I'm buying equities at the same time. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all that. I'm very curious. But that's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.